my name is Demjan. I'm a member of hiring team of Hotel Opera in Sicily, and I'm gonna be your interviewer for today. So, could you please introduce yourself? Tell me about your cultural background, the country you come from, languages you speak, anything. Go ahead.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Edson.
Nice to meet you.
I'm 29 years old. I'm originally Brazilian, but I've been living abroad for around 4 years now. So
Mm.
I was living 3.5 years in Ireland, and now I'm living in the Netherlands. I'm studying international business. I'm first year student, and I speak Portuguese, Spanish, English, and French.
Mm.
And I have a 5 year experience in working in gastronomy. So I worked in restaurants, cafes, hotels, and 3 of those years was working abroad. So I have a dual country experience working.
Great. Um, could you imagine yourself in a situation where you had to adapt, for example, when you were moving to another country, to a new culture or environment, and how did you adapt to it?
hmm I feel like the experience of living abroad itself is an experience that I had to adapt. And when I first moved abroad to Ireland a few years ago, it was really weird in the beginning. I feel like people behave and communicate in different ways that I was used to.
Mm.
And in order to actually get a job and work well in the environment I had to observe how people worked and how people communicate with each other and how things actually worked there. And I was learning slowly. And then after a few months, I think I felt like I was kind of um, integrated to the culture, I would say. And then it was really interesting because I could work with people from over 30 countries. It was really a learning experience for me. And in the end, I think it
Yep.
worked pretty well. And I kept working in the same restaurant for over 3 years. So it was really, I think, a positive outcome out of it.
Yeah, that's really nice. It's really nice to hear that you're so multicultural, have such a multicultural experience. We need people like that. Um, Another question for you,
hmm
since you're applying for a marketing intern, right?
hmm
Uh, could you describe a situation where you used marketing or communication skills you've learned already? Maybe it was even in workspace.
hmm I can remember in my own course in international business,
Mm.
we had, of course, marketing tools like a one subject, and then we had this subject. It was like simulation of a company. It's called business game, and in this
Mm.
subject we could manage basically a international phone company and stuff. And one of the sectors of this company was marketing, so it was rounds, right? And each one of these rounds, we rotate the positions. And my favorite position was actually doing marketing. And in these, we could decide the pricing, the campaign messages of the company and stuff. So it was really like a kind of a lab for marketing, I think, in that
Yep.
aspect. And it was really like a learning experience as well. I think we learn as we go, and yeah, I think my team did really well. We finished in first of class twice, so I think it was really a learning experience. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Um, Another question. So, can you tell me about a time when you had to pursue or influence others, or you were pursued or influenced by others?
hmm
Just what did you do with this? How did you manage to influence others?
I feel like in the same subject that I mentioned before in business game, I think we had since we're working in teams, right? It was and working in meetings and deciding things for the company. It was a constant convincing and persuading experience. In the
Mm.
beginning, I noticed it was really hard to convince the other teammates to follow my ideas or understand what I thought and stuff. But after like watching and observing how people uh, communicate, basically, I feel like I managed pretty well how to show my own ideas and implement them like in the meetings. And I think it worked pretty well. Like I think I basically took a lead in my team through convincing people, basically.
Great. Yeah, in the such environment we're working here, we also sometimes need to convince people or prove them wrong, but in very polite ways. So it's really good that you're already experiencing that, and you know you can communicate with people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, why are you interested in our marketing internship and at our hotel? Um, have you ever been to Italy or Sicily?
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me.
Okay, so I've been to Italy a few times, this summer and a few summers ago, and I've been specifically to Calabria, which is really close to Sicily, and I
Mm-hmm.
really fell in love with the place. It was a really magical experience for me, and see how warm people are and how close they are, and it really remind me of my own culture in a way, because I'm from Brazil and I think we
Yeah.
share a lot of similarities being Latin cultures and languages. So it was really interesting for me to see that, and I had a feeling that if I stayed a little bit more in Italy, I could learn the language perfectly. So that really draws me to Italy in a way, I think. And to this vacancy is special for the marketing position in the hotel. I think my own experience working in hotels for over 3 years in Ireland, and because of course I was working in the kitchen, but also I was doing many other stuff like team training in the kitchen, and also deciding
Mm-hmm.
uh, what pricing and what kind of plates and customers you're gonna have for the kitchen and stuff, the dishes. So in a way, it was also marketing it, I think. And
Yeah.
also when I was working back in Brazil, I had over a little bit of control over the social media of the restaurants I worked. So that would be a thing that makes me interested as well to have this social media kind of aspect in the work as well. And I know that's one of the marketing parts in the Opera Hotel. And also the hotel itself is really interesting the way they work and the way the service is done. Because I did some research and I saw that you guys opened in 2005, and that you have this duality between the classic and the modern of Palermo, Italy, which is really interesting and I really like.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a really cool experience. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really nice that you already took a part in pricing, making the pricing. At least you probably have idea how it works and what your intern would be required from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really nice. You mentioned that you speak Italian, but then you said that you might learn it if you
Oh
spend
yeah,
more time
sorry.
here, so you can understand it, right?
Well, I don't speak Italian itself, but I speak Portuguese, Spanish, French, and English. So I think when you know the other Latin languages, you kind of understand
Mm-hmm.
everything, and I feel pretty much confident understanding Italian. But I don't really speak it, I think. I just understand it. But I'm really open to learn, a really quick learner as well. So I think
Yeah,
it's gonna work, yeah.
yeah, that's really great. Do you have any questions for me?
I was gonna ask you about how the situation of housing and how is accommodation works for interns.
Yeah. So housing, well, there's like a housing crisis everywhere in Europe nowadays. But here, I think you still have quite options. It's not that expensive. You mentioned that you're currently living in the Netherlands, so comparing to the Netherlands, it's the price is quite decent. Uh, we're not directly helping people to find accommodations, but we still provide them with links to our partners who can help you with this.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, I can send you all the links after our interview.
And that's
Yep.
cool. Thank you. Thank you. I will also like to ask you about how exactly is going to be the position and the uh, basically the tasks you need to be doing in it.
Yep. So you're gonna be working with people, you're gonna do surveys, any kind of surveys to know what people expect from us. You're also gonna take part at pricing making, and also you tend to observe people, how they behave and what are their needs, and based on your research, you're gonna do reports and send it to the company so they can make a decision, the final decision. Yeah, something like this.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions?
I guess that's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Nice. I wish you good luck. I hope see you soon, and thank you for this interview. Thank you for your answers.
Thank you so much for having me, and yeah, I hope I do well.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you did great. Goodbye.
Bye bye. Thank you.